Hello, and welcome to the History Channel special on 19th century transportation in the United States of America. In this episode, we'll be discussing the change in transportation to meet the needs of the growing country. Walking was a way of transportation used commonly in the 1800s, but was very inefficient and tiring. Horseback riding was one of the main ways of transportation in the 1800s. It was very expensive because of tolls on roads and the fact that it took a very long time.
Horses often pulled wagons filled with surplus, but this style of transportation proved inefficient because the horses got tired over long trips, and the trip ended up being counterproductive. If a wagon were to travel a far distance, with the horses eating 50 pounds of oats per day, there wouldn't be any oats at the end of the trip. Transportation in 1815, with wagons, cost about 30 cents per ton. This was extremely expensive, because if you wanted to transport oats from Buffalo to New York, it would cost 12 times as much as the oats were worth.
The final way of transportation to the west was by sailboat, which proved a challenge when going up against the currents of the Mississippi. Traveling by road was the most efficient way over land, but proved to be incredibly expensive due to the tolls.
Stop. You have to pay a tax to get past this road. Thank you. You may go by.
With the public roads, there was no toll, but they were poorly kept.
Walking, horse travel, and sailing were all good ways of transportation, but they proved expensive and inefficient compared to other ways. The invention and use of steam power was very useful in the United States. Hello all, I'm John Stevens, and I just created the new and improved steam boiler. Hey bro, I just created the new steam boiler.
Really? Well, I just got a charter for steamboats on the New York waters.
Awesome!
The steamboat brought together all of the essential parts to make an effective means of water transportation. Very quickly, the steamboat became commonly used and filled with luxury.
Canals open up the west to the east.
Building canals was a tedious and back-breaking job. The canal became very useful during the canal boom of the mid-1800s. Many canals were created to connect the rivers of the West to the eastern seaboard. The first major canal was the Erie Canal, which went from Lake Erie to the Hudson River. This canal allowed a more efficient and cost-effective way of transportation throughout the U.S.
The Erie Canal was completed in 1825 and stretched 363 miles long. The longest canal before that was only 28 miles long. Canals were very expensive to build, so when a man named Canvas White discovered a way to make cement in America, there was an immense expense drop for canals.
Limestone. I can make some waterproof cement with that. And we wouldn't have to ship any from Britain anymore.
The inefficiency and high cost of transportation in America during the early 1800s rose prices of goods, led to military disabilities, and overall hurt the economy. The western states had to send surplus through New Orleans and then to the east. This separation caused a split through the United States. By making internal improvements like canals, steamboats, and efficient roadways, the United States solved the separation problem and allowed trade and commerce to flow easily throughout the states.
In a period of 50 years, American transportation changed from walking, horseback riding, and use of sailboats to use of steamboats, improved road systems, and canals. Thank you for watching the History Channel special on American transportation in the 1800s.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars.